Neil here from Functional Senior Fitness. In this video, I'm going to go over some simple solutions to the three most common problems people run into when first learning the hip hinge. The most common problem people have when first learning the hip hinge is that they have a tendency to round their back out. And there's two easy fixes for that. The first one you already know, and that is keeping your eyes looking forward. Your body has a tendency to follow the eyes. So if you look forward or you look up, the back has a tendency to be straight. If you look down, back has a tendency to round out. Now, if that's not working for you on its own, the next best thing, keep your shoulders wide. If you keep your shoulders wide and your shoulders down and away from your ear, it's almost impossible to round your back out. The second most common problem people run into when first learning the hip hinge is that they have a tendency to pitch their weight too far forward. And the reason for that generally is the fear that if they push their tailbone too far back, they're going to fall backward. So we're going to take care of both of those concerns in one shot. You're going to need two things for that. The first is a sturdy piece of furniture that will not slide away from you or break should you sit on it rather hard. Second thing, something long and dangly to hang around your neck. It could be a bathrobe belt or a necktie. I have this exercise band, so that's what I'm going to use. Then you're going to turn your back to that piece of furniture, get in your hip hinge starting position, and you're going to do the hip hinge. Now, since this piece of furniture is behind me now, I no longer have to worry about going too far back, because if I do, the worst case scenario is that I sit down. So now that I don't have that worry, I can really reach back with that tailbone. Now, once I'm as far as I want to go, just for the purpose of this drill, I'm going to look down. Now, what I should see is that this band is in between my toes. If it's too far forward of my toes, that means I've pitched myself too far forward. So the solution to that is just from the ankles to shift back until that band is between your toes. Once you're there, feel that position and then straighten up. Now you can do the hip hinge again and try to find that position again. Look down. Now, if you're too far forward, you're just going to adjust yourself again. And you can keep on doing that until consistently you see that band in between your toes. The third most common problem is the knees pushing too far over the toes. Fortunately, there's a very easy fix for this problem. You simply stand facing a piece of furniture, getting as close as you can. You put your hands on the side of your leg and to do the hip hinge. Now, as you're doing this hip hinge, make absolutely sure that your back is flat and that your shins and your knees do not touch that piece of furniture. This is an easy and foolproof way to make sure that your shins are staying vertical. Once you get your technique dialed in, you'll see just how simple and easy the hip hinge actually is and how quickly you'll be able to move on to step 2.